morning. Well, it's Thursday the 10th of June, and we're going to do another local walk today, and I'll tell you more about it later, but just give you a snapshot of what it's like here at the moment. We had overcast this morning, and there's a little bit of drizzle in the air, but it's warm actually. It's close, but I want to show you the garden. Give you an update on the garden. So let's go to the back. So, little update on the garden. The gardener is out this morning and she's watering, and you can see the growth that we've had. Alcatraz over here, you can see all the plants have come up really well. The spuds have really come up terrifically well. I'll just go over this way. The peas, look at the peas, the height of them, unbelievable. They're starting to flower, which means that there's fruit there. You can see the fruit there, you see it. The beans, we're worried about the beans because the beans really have given us a lot of fruit, but they haven't grown up too much. But look at the spuds, and then look at here. Now we don't have the cube anymore, we have the wagons, I call them now, because we've raised them up. But again, they're doing really well. Sweet pea doing really well. Strawberries are starting to flower. The onions are doing well, and just generally it's looking good. So let's get into the car and do this walk. Yeah, so this is the walk we're going to do today. It's the Gortmaconnell and Owenbrean river walks. We're in the Marble Arch Geopark again, and I'm joined today by my beautiful assistant. Yes, she's not only great at gardening, she's also a great walker. But we're going to do there's a viewpoint here. It's called Gortmaconnell Rock, and we're also going to do the Owenbrean river walk. Okay, we're off, and I'm following Andrea, who's following two lambs. And there's to be an eclipse of the sun today, so we may get a chance to see that later on. But we're going to follow the river walk first. I think it's the black arrow we're following, and then we'll do the viewpoint at the end. My goodness, we've just heard the cuckoo, and apparently in June he changes his tune. Is that right? So left here will take you up to the viewpoint. That's the blue one, but we're going to follow the black arrow, so we go over the stile and follow that way. That's our first decision, and there is the viewpoint that we will be going to later on our way back. So we just go through this farm. There are two wee friends here in front. They're not herdwicks. Cheviates? Is that what they are? They're lovely, aren't they? Yeah, in front of us is Cuilcagh, Andrea. But we can't see it. The visibility's not great today, but it's there. Just got this little stile now to cross again. Every time I put the camera on, Andrea, the cuckoo stops. Gosh. No, there's not just sheep and cuckoo up here. There are also horses. There's 1, 2, 3. And they can't be wild, Andrew, because they're enclosed in here. So here's another arrow, but we know from having done this walk before that this is where we go up that way to complete the walk. So it's straight on down the hill now to the next gate. And we're on the lookout for the wild goats, which we saw the last time we were here. Apparently, according to the websites, these wild goats have been up here for thousands of years. Not the same ones, mind you. That would be a bit strange. Closely, you can see there's nearly like bite marks out of it. We just wonder, is that the goats and the sheep doing that, or the horses? So I don't think it's decay. This is our first sighting of the Owenbrean river. Yeah, barely a trickle there. Yeah. So Andrea saw something black on the path there, just back there. We didn't get it on camera, but we think it could have been a mink.
It was very rapid.
Yeah.
Light.
And it disappeared. It was black, wasn't it, Andrea? Yeah. Just look how dry the river is. It's just nothing in it.
I'm sure I have a picture of that.
It's crazy. We'll be following it now for the next mile or two. When we were here 2 weeks ago, this was where we sat and had a cup of tea and our coffee. Sorry. And it was, the water was flowy.
Beautiful. It was here babbling away.
It's just gone. And we just crossed the river.
It's dry bed.
Crossed
Dry bed
Okay.
for now. It's just the geology of the area. It just
Yeah, the water disappears underground if there isn't enough water. It's all limestone here.
it's a wee ferry come now. We could have a wee dip. It's very clear.
It is very clear. And we've even got a seat. I think this is the dike. Isn't it called the dike? Cuilcagh Dike. I think it's over there. We see it. There's what the river often looks like. and there's what it looks like today. There's no water in it. So Andrew, could you explain to me as a scientist why there is no water in the river? Why is there no water in the river?
Probably multiple of reasons. Number one, there hasn't been much rainfall
Okay.
over the past couple of weeks, and secondly, because of the rock that is in this area, there is it sometimes just disappears underground and then reappears further on downstream.
Oh, first sighting of the goat. These are the wild goats. It's raining actually, but he's devouring the hawthorn, isn't he? Look at that. Now it started to rain.
Hello.
Andrea's sheltering under this hawthorn tree.
Yeah.
She's taken the shelter that the sheep had. Why not?
I was thinking of having a coffee. Why not?
Now we've got the wild goats on the road. There they go. Oh, they've jumped away. Here's the billy goat's gruff. There's 4 of them.
4 of them. Wild. What is the name? Feral? No.
Feral.
Feral.
Feral goat. Just paused for a second because it's starting to clear. It's really nice. Really nice. Great view of Belmore and the Gortmaconnell Viewpoint that we're heading towards. There's our next arrow. Dread hot. No great navigation needed today, Andre. We're back at the Cuilcagh Dike, Andre.
Our little friends are here too.
Yeah, indeed. Lovely. Making a lot of noise, this wee bird. I don't know what it is. Moving on nicely now, Andre. The weather's really got better. Big time. Yeah, it's a nice spot here. Very nice spot, isn't it, Andre? Very nice spot. I think, Andrea, we're unsettling the sheep here.
We are, I think so.
They really don't like us, but
No.
this
We're
is
teaching on their
but
paths and property.
okay. But this is where the black arrow turns right,
Yeah.
and we go off the path. So we take a right here. But we want to deviate down to the farm, aren't we? First, I would like to point out in the video that Andrea requested this detour, not me. Nah, she's climbed over here to examine this old shed. So the detour is over, and we're going to swing a right up this way. Oh, and I'm going to follow Andrea in her fancy leggings today. Here we go. Oh, mountain fever. This is a really nice part of the walk, isn't it, Andrea? Somebody made this pathway years ago, and it's became sort of redundant. Okay, there's our viewpoint that we're going to, and the black arrow says Straight up. Straight up, Andrew. Nice picture Andrew got there of it. So now we're going across the hillside from arrow to arrow. Go ahead, Andrew. Oh no, I'm going ahead. Arrow to arrow. Nice. Now we're heading towards the next arrow and the hole in the wall. And this is where the walkway is really well marked, because you can see 1, 2, 3 markers ahead of us and take us straight through the gap there.
Well marked there.
It is. It is. It's excellent. This part of the walk is excellently marked. There's no doubt. I think we're almost at the spot where we climb up to the viewpoint. Yeah. Another stile and we're back in business. Actually, there's no style for us, Andre. We're going up the hill. Yeah, we're going up the hill. Although the black arrow tells us to go left, we're actually going to go up to the viewpoint, which is this way, where the sheep are. We're on the blue trail, which is the viewpoint trail. We're heading upwards. Can you do the sticks now, Andre?
Okay.
This is quite steep. But if you're a sheep, it's not too bad. There she goes.
Still climbing.
Pity there's no view today of Cuilcagh. Cuilcagh is over there, that's where it is, but it's in the clouds today. But still, it's nice here. I think this is a nice walk. And if there's too many people at Cuilcagh, come and do this walk. That would be my recommendation. What do you think, Andre?
Oh, definitely.
It's definitely well worth doing.
It's a very pleasant walk.
Yeah, we're now back at the stile, and we go over the stile, and then we go down that hill, and we're heading back towards the car. Okay, moving on rapidly, and this is where we meet the Black Trail, the start of the Black Trail basically, where we were earlier on. Now we're just heading back to the car, be there in a few seconds, home in 20 minutes. So here we are, we've made it to the end, and had a great walk I think. Just check the Strava now in a minute, but done and dusted. Gortmaconnell and the Owenbrean River Walk. So here's the Strava, just stopped it there. We walked for just over 2 hours, 17 minutes, and it was 7k we walked. We've over 10,000 steps, so it was a substantial walk. Really good, really enjoyed it, glad we did it.